And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our host for today, Mr. Buzz Wright.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us and welcome to the 2025-26 Presidents Luncheon at the 26th ASHRAE Winter Conference in Las Vegas. My name is Buzz Wright. I'm from the Tucson chapter and I am serving as Region 10's Director and Regional Chair. And it is my pleasure and great honor to be your MC this afternoon. We're also happy to have ASHRAE colleagues joining us virtually, as today's luncheon is being live streamed, so participants from all over the world can be a part of the experience. To get us started, we will introduce our current Executive Committee, as well as our Yay Leadership U participants. When your name is called, please stand and be recognized. ASHRAE President Bill McQuade. President-elect Sarah Maston. Treasurer Ashish Rakeja. Vice President Devin Abalon. Vice President Kenneth Falk. Vice President Trent Hunt. Vice President Andres Sepulveda. And our Executive Vice President and Secretary, Jeff Littleton. Leadership U, if you didn't know, it's a program where just four of our Yay members are selected to be matched up with one of our officers and shadow them at the annual or winter conference, attending their officer meetings, board of director meetings, and social events. The goal of Leadership U is to provide current Yay members with the opportunity to develop their knowledge and inspire their continued growth in ASHRAE leadership. Leadership U participants this year are Bria Poe, Birmingham Chapter, Region 7. Ganesh Ravi, Singapore Chapter, Region 13. Tommaso Dalla Valle, Italy Chapter, Region 14. And Jacob Rausch, Sacramento Valley Chapter, Region 10. Given that this is the President's Lunch, I'd like to go ahead and take a moment to recognize our presidential members who are joining us today. Can I please ask all of our presidential members to stand? And let's thank them for their continued dedication to society with a round of applause. And now, our Society President, Bill McQuade, will make some special recognitions.
Thank you very much, Buzz. We want to take a moment to reflect on the life and legacy of two of our presidential members who passed away in recent months. 2015-16 ASHRAE presidential member David Underwood's presidential theme, Making Connections, highlights his commitment to building bridges, not just among members of ASHRAE, but extending across industry partners, communities, governments, and the general public. He believed in the strength that comes from collaboration and often said that progress is not the product of a few, but of the many working together. 2006-2007 ASHRAE presidential member Terry Townsend's presidential theme, The ASHRAE Promise, A Sustainable Future, underscored his vision of positioning ASHRAE not just as a technical society, but as a global leader and steward of sustainability in the built environment. He believed that challenges and opportunities before ASHRAE, including advancing research, creating new design guidance, and developing certification programs, would raise the bar for energy and water efficiency in buildings worldwide. During yesterday's board meeting, 2 resolutions were passed to honor and express our heartfelt condolences on the passing of these remarkable leaders. As a meaningful keepsake, formal framed copies of the resolutions will be sent to their families, with copies preserved in the board's official records going forward. Their enduring legacies will continue to inspire us and serve as a guiding force as we carry forward the work they so profoundly influenced. So when I began my presidential year, I announced that the focus of the ASHRAE Presidential Initiative Challenge for this society year would be indoor environmental quality, or IEQ. We asked the chapters to come up with creative solutions that improve air quality, thermal comfort, lighting, acoustics, and water, and overall occupant well-being, all while keeping energy efficiency in mind. Through the YAY Committee, this competitive grant program received 21 submissions from 17 ASHRAE chapters around the world, and I'm excited to share that we were able to award 6 grants ranging from $5,000 to $10,000 for a total of $46,000 or $46,350. And now it's my pleasure to announce the winning chapters, their projects, and their award amounts. If members of the winning chapter are here at the luncheon today, please stand. And let's all hold our applause until all the winners have been recognized. The Regina chapter for the Blanket of Warmth project, award amount $5,500. The Nigeria chapter for Project Breathe, Breathe standing for Building Resilient Environments for Air, Thermal, Health, and Efficiency, an award amount of $7,150. The Falcon chapter for Healthy Classroom for Low Carbon Future, demonstrating ASHRAE Standard 62.1 IAQ procedure in action. And the award amount there was $9,200. And the Ghana chapter for the IEQ improvements at Adoluse Health Center. The award amount is $10,000. Cedar Valley chapter, air quality, lighting, and plumbing upgrades for Yulo Kindergarten Center in Ghana. The award amount is $9,500. And lastly, the Monterey chapter for Healthy Learning Environments, Bright Futures Initiative. The award amount is $5,000. Let's give a big round of applause for all these winners. I also want to be sure to thank the members of the YAY Review Committee for their hard work in reviewing every application. The Presidential Initiative Challenge is made possible through the generosity of the Gordon Holness Presidential Fund. Challenge winners, if you'd like to take a quick group photo with me, please make your way to the stage now, and we'll do that while we start to eat lunch. So everyone, please enjoy your lunch, and the program will resume shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back our host and MC for the afternoon, Mr. Buzz Wright.
All right, thank you very much. I hope you all enjoyed that delicious meal. At this time, I would like to announce, I'm excited to do this, our newly nominated slate of officers and directors for Society Year 2026-27. First, our Executive Committee nominees. Ashish Rakeja, President-elect. Wade Conlin, Treasurer. Blake Ellis, Vice President. And Maru Eftekari, Vice President. Next, our Directors and Regional Chairs nominees. Carrie Kelty, Region 7. Keith Reel, Region 8. Daniel Russell, Region 9. Colin Leisure-Poole, Region 10. And Eduardo Maldonado, Region 14. Finally, our Director-at-Large nominees. Martin Diericks. Krishnan Gowri. Philza Waters. And our alternate Director-at-Large, Doug Fick. Congratulations to all of our nominees. Let's now welcome the Las Vegas Host Committee General Chair and my good friend, Amber Aguilar, to the stage.
Thank you, Buzz. So welcome to Vegas. We love having you here. Before we begin, can I please have the host committee members please stand that are currently available? Please remain standing for just a moment. So the host committee has dedicated countless hours behind the scene coordinating locations, organizing and planning to ensure all the events reflect the high standards of ASHRAE and our chapter. Their commitment and teamwork are a perfect example of what makes this organization so strong. Please join me in giving the host committee another well-deserved round of applause. You may be seated. It truly means a lot to see so many familiar faces and supporters of our industry here today. I'd also like to take a moment to highlight the Southern Nevada chapter of ASHRAE. Our chapter continues to be vibrant in a region as unique and fast-growing as this one, where collaboration and innovation are not optional. They are essential. Our chapter takes pride in creating opportunities for professionals at every stage of their careers to connect and grow. Hosting this President's Luncheon is an honor for us, and it reflects the dedication of our members and the strength of our local ASHRAE chapter. We're proud to represent Southern Nevada and to contribute to ASHRAE's mission of advancing technology for sustainable and a built environment, while embracing this year's theme, Healthy Buildings Designing for Life. So thanks to Bill. Thank you again for being here today and your continued support in everything you do for ASHRAE. We're excited to share this afternoon with you and look forward to a great winter conference, and hopefully you will attend the members' lunch or the members' night out tomorrow, Glam Punk Rock. Thank you.
Thank you, Amber. And our sincere thanks to the host committee for all your hard work organizing such a great conference in Vegas. Every year, volunteers raise millions of dollars for members, corporations, and organizations to support ASHRAE's important programs, including research, scholarships, education, and YAY programs through the annual Research Promotion Campaign. I'd like to now introduce the 2024-25 Chair, Les Pereira, to discuss the results of our 2025 RP campaign and thank our leadership RP donors. Please welcome Les at this time.
Good afternoon and welcome. It's a pleasure to be with you today and to see so many familiar faces, along with new friends gathered in this room. At the outset, I want to express my sincere gratitude to everyone who supports ASHRAE's research promotion campaign. Your generosity and your commitment are essential to the work we do. To our dedicated volunteers, thank you for the time, the energy, and the care you bring and the effort you put in year after year. This campaign simply would not succeed without you. When I first became involved with RP as a chapter-level volunteer 18 years ago, I never imagined where this path would lead. Over the years, I've had the privilege of working alongside ASHRAE members, industry leaders, partner organizations who consistently go above and beyond in their support of our society. Last year, as chair of the RP committee, I had a front row seat to the impact of that collective commitment as we raised a record $2.81 million together. That achievement reflects the strength, generosity, and shared purpose of everyone in this room. Today, the RP campaign represents far more than support for research alone. It is an investment in innovation, education, and the future leadership of our profession. Because of you, ASHRAE continues its long-standing tradition of advancing impactful technical research, while also opening the doors for the next generation. Your contributions support scholarships for students, professional development through young engineers in ASHRAE, and programs that help shape the future of the HVAC and our industry. Just last year, your support made possible 76 ASHRAE scholarships and 41 active research projects. Our donors demonstrate year after year a clear belief in ASHRAE's mission and its importance to the industry we serve. Your investments strengthen innovation, expand knowledge, and cultivate leadership. On behalf of the RP Committee, please know how deeply grateful we are for your continued commitment and trust. This afternoon, we are especially pleased to recognize ASHRAE's leadership-level donors. These individuals, companies, and organizations exemplify what it means to invest in excellence and long-term impact. Their generosity plays a critical role in ensuring that ASHRAE remains a global leader in HVAC&R research and advancement. Our benefactor, Platinum Circle, and Golden Circle investors formed the foundation of this effort. Through annual contributions of $30,000 or more at the benefactor level, $20,000 at the Platinum Circle, and $10,000 at the Golden Circle. These donors provide the stability and vision that allow ASHRAE research and programs to thrive. Their support is not only generous, it is transformational. At this time, I invite our donors and their representatives to please stand as their company names are announced, and we ask that you hold your applause until all the donors in each group have been recognized. This is our opportunity to honor their exceptional commitment and to celebrate the collective impact they have made together. Starting with the returning Golden Circle, the Golden Circle giving level recognizes donors who have made annual leadership gifts of $10,000 or more to ASHRAE in a campaign year. Please join me in recognizing the investors who support ASHRAE at this level year after year. CFM Company. This is their 8th year as a Golden Circle donor. Cougar USA for the 3rd consecutive year. Being recognized for supporting ASHRAE for the 19th consecutive years, Gray Metal Products. Mike Hart is a member of the Austin chapter. He is also a longtime supporter of ASHRAE research and scholarships. He has a personal endowed research fund that he supports every year and has committed to supporting the chapter scholarships, and is an annual supporter of the Life Members Campaign. This is Mike's 14th year being recognized at the Golden Circle level. Next, JMP Equipment Company is a loyal supporter of ASHRAE. This is their 14th year giving through the Research Promotion Campaign. Johnson Controls, Inc. has been supporting ASHRAE at the Golden Circle level for 23 years. Cheng Wei Leong, a member of the Singapore chapter, is no stranger to RP. He has served on both the chapter level and the society level volunteer and is dedicated supporter of ASHRAE scholarships and endowed research. This is his 2nd year being recognized in the Golden Circle. Also supporting ASHRAE research as well as ASHRAE Research Canada for an inspiring 25 years, Nortec Air Solutions. If all of the Golden Circle investors who aren't standing would stand once again, would you please join me in showing these generous businesses and individuals our appreciation for their continued support of ASHRAE. Thank you. Next up, we will recognize returning donors who support ASHRAE with gifts of $20,000 or more annually, the Platinum Circle. Returning Platinum Circle investors, please stand as I read your name. I'll ask the audience once again to hold applause until all are recognized. Aon, supporting research for 28 consecutive years. ASHRAE's Life Member Club has supported ASHRAE RP at the leadership giving level for 9 years. For an amazing 34 years, Train Corporate has been matching every employee's gift to the RP campaign dollar for dollar. We thank Western Mechanical Solutions, who has supported the RP campaign at the leadership level for 10 years. And since our Platinum Circle are all still standing, would you please join me in showing these companies our appreciation for the continued support of ASHRAE and its programs. Next, we will recognize returning benefactor donors supporting ASHRAE with gifts of $30,000 or more for the RP campaign. Please join me in recognizing Dakin Industries for their 29 years of commitment and generosity to ASHRAE. Fortis BC Energy returns to the benefactor circle. A longtime supporter of the British Columbia chapter campaign, this is their 6th consecutive year of leadership giving to ASHRAE. Representing the combined efforts of 2 branches, Texas Air Systems is supporting RP at the leadership level for the 7th year. I'd like to ask the benefactors, all still standing. Thank you very much. This year I have the added honor of recognizing new ASHRAE investors at our annual leadership levels. All of these donors have joined ASHRAE's Golden Circle for 2024 to 25. Heather Camden is a dedicated volunteer of the ASHRAE Houston chapter and has joined the Golden Circle this year for her inspiring contributions to a chapter scholarship memorializing her father, longtime ASHRAE member and respected engineer Jack Esmond. Mike Donovan is a familiar face from Region 8. He has served as an RP volunteer at the chapter and committee level. We're so grateful for his leadership support of the RP campaign. Thank you. HTS Engineering in Dallas has joined the Golden Circle as supporters of ASHRAE research through the Dallas chapter campaign. Thank you for your support of this important work. Kildonan Energy Products is another new Golden Circle donor who supports ASHRAE Research Canada through their support of the Toronto chapter. Oslin Nation Company is an HVAC manufacturer's representative, which was founded by a former president of the Dallas ASHRAE chapter. This year, they have joined the Golden Circle through their leadership support of the RP campaign. We are proud to welcome this ASHRAE legacy to our roster of leadership donors. Thank you. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our new Platinum Circle donor for 2024-25, McMillan James Equipment Company increased their giving last year to join leadership donors at the 20,000 level. We're so grateful for their support. Thank you again to these donors and all the donors here for your loyal and generous support of ASHRAE research, education, and all of the ASHRAE's important programs. Finally, I'd like to recognize once again our invaluable volunteers. Every year we present an award that recognizes the chapter with the highest overall amount of contributions collected during the last year's campaign. These volunteers raised more than $122,000 in contributions from individuals, organizations, and companies to support ASHRAE's important programs. I'll say that again, $122,000. I am pleased to present the 2024 Bobby J. Vermillion Pinnacle Award to the Rocky Mountain Chapter. Thank you all again for your support. ASHRAE research and all the donor-supported ASHRAE programs would not be possible without you.
Thank you, Les, and thank you very much to everyone who supports RP. All right, I get to go off teleprompter now. Many of you know I don't necessarily enjoy public speaking, but when I had the opportunity, when Bill called me and asked if I would do this, I just was so happy to get to be the one that gets to introduce Bill. I'm really excited to do this. I've got to know Bill really well over the last few years, serving alongside him on the board, and it's been fun to find the little things that we have in common. We both love the outdoors. We love to go hiking and camping. We have a shared history and interest in scouting. We love to go visit national parks. We like indoor air quality. I'm a huge fan of Bill's presidential theme. This year, I probably get in trouble. I apologize, other presidential members, but I think this is probably my favorite presidential theme. He and I are car guys. We both enjoy classic cars, hot rods, and muscle cars. You might not know this about Bill. He has a 1970 Chevy Corvette Stingray that's just an absolutely beautiful car. He might be able to show you a picture if you ask him. We both like hockey. We both have 2 sons, which I think means that, like me, Bill was probably a real pain in the butt to his parents growing up. We're both kind of getting that payback now. And if you've ever gone to one of my CRCs and seen one of my presentations, or if you've been in a chapter visit and seen Bill's presentation, you know that we both like to insert photos of our boys and talk about our boys in our ASHRAE presentations. And I love that about Bill. If you ever want to see Bill light up if you're talking to him, just ask him how his sons are doing. You can really see that his boys are top of mind in a lot of the things that he does. In his volunteering here at the organization, I know that his boys are always on his mind when he's in committee meetings. And it's really neat to see his focus. He wants to see his sons succeed more than he has. He wants to give them every opportunity to experience better things than he experienced and to just be a better man. He looks to make everything better for them. And it extends beyond just his sons. We see it in his service to scouting and his service to this organization. Bill has a true desire to give to the next generation. It's really neat to see that, and I'm sure that every single one of you in this room share that same interest with him. As our society president, he represents not just this organization, but every single one of its members, all of us. He is our representative, and I think that he really encompasses the true spirit of the average ASHRAE member's desire to pay it forward to that next generation. I love our mission statement, and I really like the first 3 words of it. You know what they are? To serve humanity. And that word humanity stands out to me, and I don't know, but it's not, we don't say to serve society, we don't say to serve the public or to serve the people, to serve the world. We use that word humanity, and I like to think that when they developed the draft of that mission statement, when they chose that word humanity, it was because they knew that they wanted to encompass that desire that we all have to spend all of the time and money and effort and talents that we put into this organization, not just for the benefit of human beings that are alive today. We serve humanity. And Bill really encompasses that. He takes it at the core, and that is his mission. And it's an honor to be a member of an organization that is led by someone like him. Being a society president is a huge deal. It's one thing you learn well serving on the board is the amount of time and effort that goes into serving as our society president is incredible. He's been traveling the world so far, and he's only just a little over halfway. He's been visiting chapter after chapter, giving his presidential theme presentations. He's been going to regional conferences, CRCs, and giving the presentation, meeting with members, attending all, obviously, our conferences here that we put on, as well as the topical conferences that ASHRAE puts on. He's been going to other conferences outside of our organization. He's been going and visiting with students and teachers and student branches, meeting with industry leaders, business owners throughout the world. It's incredible how much time Bill has spent away from home on behalf of us to serve humanity. I'm sure that the amount of time that he has spent in an uncomfortable airplane seat is more than the time he's spent in his bed at home, and it's not an exaggeration. The ASHRAE Society President is incredibly busy. It's wild. I imagine that it's all like running a marathon. So anyone in the room run a marathon? Show of hands. Anyone? Presidential members, you can raise your hands. Now we know who the crazy people are. I've never run a marathon. Kudos to you. That's crazy. I have done bike racing, and some of those races have been long road races, and I don't enjoy them, but on a long road race, you have a feed zone in the middle, and it's a chance to grab a water bottle and maybe some calories, a goo packet. And I imagine it's kind of similar with a marathon. You get those water stations, and so there's that. And my wife, she would come to races, and she would always be there at the start line to take some pictures of our race team and give us encouragement and tell me I'm going to do a good job and cheer for us as we started the race. And of course, she would be at the finish to again take pictures and cheer for us as we cross the line and listen to me talk about the race. But on those longer road races, when we had that feed zone, she would be my support. And so after seeing us off at the start, she would get in the car, pack everything up, drive to the feed zone, and then get prepared for the peloton to ride by. And as I would ride by, I'd find her in the sea of support staff, and I'd toss my empty water bottles to her and grab a full one from her that had a goo pack strapped to it and be on my way. But in that moment, she would cheer for me. And it was always kind of a funny joke. I'd say, I better be pointed in the right direction because I'm about to get a speed burst. That little moment of hearing her cheer for me gave me a boost of energy, a shot of adrenaline. I was ready to start that race all over again. And I performed pretty well in those long road races when there was a feed zone just because of that mid-race motivation I got from her. It's amazing what you can accomplish when someone that you truly care about is cheering for you. I can tell you this, Bill truly cares about this organization and every single one of our members. So, right here in Las Vegas at the Winter Conference, right now in the Presidential Luncheon, we have an opportunity to cheer loudly for our society president, to give him motivation to finish out his year strong, to give him that shot of adrenaline recharge his batteries so that he can go and continue to do the hard work that he's already been doing for half the year. This is our chance not only to give him that energy, but to show him how much we really appreciate all of the time and hard work that he has spent on our behalf, showing the world that our organization is all about serving humanity. So in just a moment, I want you to be prepared for this. I'm going to ask you to put everything you've got into cheering for Bill. This is Las Vegas. This is Region 10. We tend to be a little rowdy. You can be rowdy with us. I'm going to ask you to get out of your seats, put your hands together, and make as much noise as you possibly can. I want to see how loud this room can get. I want the people that are outside in the hallway to rush in to see what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our Society President, Bill McQuade.
Thank you. So I'm probably red as a tomato right now. Thank you so much, Buzz. Buzz and I are truly one when it comes to our focus on our children, and you got to love Buzz. He taught his kids to weld at 3 years old, which was fantastic. And I do have one of my sons here. Colin is here if you haven't met him. And your kids, obviously, they make you proud, but they also keep you humble. And when Buzz announced the current executive committee, and we stood up, and I sat back down, and Colin said, "Sarah got more applause than you did, Dad." He said, "You're on the way out." So, but last summer, when I introduced my presidential theme, Healthy Buildings Designing for Life, I challenged our society to think bigger about our role in the built environment. Buildings are more than shelter. They shape how we live, how we learn, and how we heal. When designed well, they can actively support human well-being. By balancing energy efficiency with high-quality indoor environmental quality, we create buildings that don't just perform better, they serve the people who occupy them better. Buildings that support health, boost productivity, and create lasting value for both people and the planet. Now it's our time to do that good turn, to prioritize the human experience and ensure that every space that we create protects and supports the people inside it. Like any meaningful journey, preparation matters, and we need a clear plan and the right tools. Last June, I laid out the initiatives that would guide our work over the next 12 months as we began this important IEQ journey. And the first thing that we needed was a clear plan. And last June, I committed ASHRAE to developing a multi-year roadmap for healthy buildings. One that sets goals, identifies practices, addresses gaps, and turns indoor environmental quality into practical, actionable steps and for results in this industry. Second, we need to make buildings that are practical and accessible. If indoor environmental quality is going to become central to design and operation, professionals need clear and usable guidance. And that's why we committed to developing a suite of user-friendly tools and resources that translate science and standards into actions designers, operators, and owners can take today. Third, we know we cannot do this work alone. Collaboration is at the core of ASHRAE's mission. We're committed to bringing together experts, policymakers, and practitioners to share knowledge, align efforts, and accelerate progress. Through events like our IEQ 2025 conference and our Presidential Initiative Challenge projects, which we just heard about today, we are turning collaboration into meaningful, real-world impact. And today I'd like to share how ASHRAE is turning this vision into action through standards, collaboration, education, and global leadership. And let's take a moment to revisit some of those key elements. A well-designed shelter prioritizes the 5 pillars of indoor environmental quality, all essential for health and comfort and are fundamental to societal advancement and long-term development. First, air quality. We each breathe thousands of liters of air a day, and 90% of that is indoors. Poor indoor air quality has a profound consequences for human health, from respiratory illness to cardiovascular disease, and it directly affects how we feel, think, and perform. Clean, well-ventilated air is not optional. It's foundational to health, safety, and our productivity. Second, thermal comfort. Comfort matters, especially in the places where we learn, work, and heal. By addressing temperature and humidity together simultaneously, starting with good architecture, enclosure design, and supported by efficient systems, we can deliver comfortable spaces while minimizing energy efficiency. Comfort and efficiency are not competing goals. They are complementary outcomes of good building design. Third, acoustics. Sound quality has a powerful impact on comfort, focus, and well-being. Poor acoustic performance leads to distraction, stress, and reduced performance. Thoughtful acoustic design, on the other hand, supports concentration, communication, and productivity across offices, schools, and homes. Fourth, lighting and daylighting. Light shapes how we sleep, how we feel, and how we function. Well-designed lighting supports healthy circadian rhythms, reducing fatigue, enhancing cognitive and emotional well-being. It's a critical contribution to both comfort and performance in the built environment. And fifth, water. Too often overlooked, water quality is a critical component of building health. Aging infrastructure, improper treatment, and an increased water age in building systems have led to rising cases of waterborne illness. Safe, well-managed water systems are essential to protecting occupants, maintaining trust in the built environment. To be truly healthy, a building must address all 5 pillars together. Neglecting any one of them undermines occupant health and compromises the building's purpose. That's why our work this year, developing a roadmap, identifying best practices, providing practical tools, and strengthening collaboration is so critical in delivering meaningful and lasting impact. And we're now 6 months into this journey, and the progress is real. To ensure this work moves beyond vision and into sustained action, Presidential Member Dennis Knight and I convened a presidential ad hoc chaired by former ASHRAE Vice President Wade Conlon. That work led to a unanimous board vote in November to establish the Center of Excellence for Indoor Environmental Quality, a dedicated platform to create and advance a roadmap, coordinate collaboration, and guide ASHRAE's leadership in policy, advocacy, and global outreach. On July 1, we took a key step forward in the launch of the ASHRAE's IEQ resource page. Since then, it has been steadily populated with practical documents, presentations, videos, and tools organized around each of those 5 pillars. And the goal is to help professionals apply healthy building principles in real-world settings. Education is central to impact. Our IEQ video series has already reached more than 130,000 views, helping designers, operators, owners, and facility managers better understand what healthy buildings require. And we're also developing downloadable indoor environmental quality checklists to support both new and existing buildings. I'm pleased to share that our first IEQ Tech Hour session is now live. It's titled IEQ Codes impact on people and considerations, and it brings out indoor environmental quality to life by exploring how indoor air quality, thermal comfort, lighting, acoustics directly influence the health and comfort and performance of building occupants. This series goes beyond theory, showing how existing codes and guidelines can be applied today to design and construct buildings that better serve our communities. It also highlights where research points to opportunities for optimizing performance and better meet occupants' needs and expectations. And now each of us can play a role in creating truly high-performance spaces with these tools. And I encourage you to watch this Tech Hour through the ASHRAE 365 app, and to stay tuned for our next Tech Hour in March, which will focus on water systems and their critical role in building health. ASHRAE standards continue to anchor this work. In December, we released the latest edition of ASHRAE Standard 62.1, Ventilation for Acceptable Indoor Air Quality, with enhanced guidance on inspections, humidity control, and emergency operations. Standard 55 is now in its 60th year, and it remains a globally referenced framework for achieving thermal comfort while balancing energy efficiency. Together, these standards translate science into practice, helping to deliver healthier, more resilient buildings around the world. And ASHRAE's leadership in water safety is both technical and urgent. Compliance with Standard 188, Legionellosis risk management for building water systems, and Guideline 12 have long been required in healthcare settings. Yet cases of Legionella continue to rise in commercial and residential buildings in many states. Recent outbreaks have made one thing clear: preventing Legionella requires a comprehensive source-to-tap approach that addresses both the municipal water systems and building design and operation. That's why New Jersey has just enacted legislation requiring compliance with ASHRAE Standard 188, and why similar efforts are now underway in New York, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. This is a moment for leadership, and I urge policymakers, owners, designers, and operators to adopt and implement these standards, not after an outbreak, but before it occurs. Protecting public health depends on a comprehensive approach, proactive action, and informed science guided by ASHRAE. As I've traveled over the last 6 months, one message has been consistent. Improving indoor environmental quality is now a global priority. From Tokyo to Dubai, from Italy to Ecuador, leaders are focused on balancing occupant well-being with energy efficiency and carbon reduction. And what I've seen around the world is more than just interest, it's commitment. Since July 1st, ASHRAE and its members have been turning commitments into action, building partnerships and advancing solutions that deliver real impact. ASHRAE engaged with the National Academies of Health at the Building Roundtable, providing leadership on ventilation at a workshop and representing pathogen mitigation standard 241. We partnered with the International Well Building Institute and USGBC to launch the Global Commission on Healthy Indoor Air, uniting leaders from more than 30 countries to develop a global framework for action and national blueprints for indoor air quality management. ASHRAE joined more than 150 organizations in signing the Global Pledge for Healthy Indoor Air, reinforcing a shared commitment to healthy indoor environments worldwide. And this little yellow canary is a symbol of that, canary in the coal mine. And collaboration doesn't stop with these formal initiatives. It extends to a growing network of global and regional partners, organizations that share our commitment to indoor environmental quality, decarbonization, and resilience, and that are looking to ASHRAE to help bring those efforts together. We have met with the leadership of global and regional industry associations and organizations like AIIR, SIBSI, REVA, IIAR, SHASE, JSRAE, ASHRAE, USGBC, and many more. All of whom have prioritized indoor environmental quality as well as decarbonization and resilience. All of whom who have expressed an interest in having ASHRAE act as an organizer and convener for global collaboration. And we're seeing this collaboration take shape, not just in commitments, but in actual practice. The ASHRAE IEQ 2025 conference demonstrated what's possible when science, practice, and policy come together. Our pre-conference event saw 55 participants and focused on solutions for specific applications like schools and elder care centers, and emerging issues such as wildfire, smoke, and source water quality. The main conference welcomed 312 participants from 28 countries, spanning government, industry, academia, building ownership, to share real-world applications and lessons learned. And practitioners presented case studies on applying Standard 241 in occupied buildings, showing the measurable benefits to both human health and energy performance. These conversations are already informing policy discussions at the local and national levels. These conversations don't stay in our conference rooms. They are increasingly focused on public health outcomes. In October, I participated in the Alliance to Prevent Legionnaire's Disease Water Wellness Summit in Washington, D.C., where I spoke on the importance of a comprehensive source-to-tap approach to Legionella prevention and the critical role of ASHRAE Standard 188, Standard 514, and Guideline 12 in protecting building occupants from waterborne disease. And one key takeaway was the opportunity to reduce water volume in building systems through right-sizing our piping with our lower flow devices, lowering both the risk of waterborne disease and the energy required to maintain safe water temperatures in the buildings. Practical design decisions can deliver meaningful public health results. Those lessons emerge, and they are shaping broader policy conversations around the world. I also attended the Healthy Building Policy Summit in Washington, D.C., organized by Georgetown University and their Global Cities Initiative in collaboration with the International Wellbeing Institute. The summit convened academic researchers, policymakers, government officials, industry leaders, and public health experts to advance a dialogue and action around healthy building policy. I participated on an onstage fireside chat where I discussed my presidential theme and emphasized the importance of identifying a strong nexus between energy efficiency and indoor environmental quality in both new construction and existing building retrofits. At Green Build 2025 in Los Angeles, I delivered a keynote at the Healthy Spaces for All Summit. This event focused on raising awareness on the impacts of the built environment on human health and promoting strategies that enhance occupant well-being. It highlighted how buildings affect not only occupants, but also workers in neighboring communities, reinforcing the importance of creating spaces that are safe, inclusive, and accessible for all, an approach that directly aligns with our Healthy Buildings Designed for Life and ASHRAE's vision of a healthy and sustainable built environment for everyone. And this work is not limited to one region or one market, it is global. Throughout the year, I continued to share ASHRAE's integrated approach to health-focused building design through keynote presentations across Europe, South America, and beyond. From Sao Paulo to Milan to Romania, the message resonated. Healthy buildings require coordinated action across design, operation, and policy. And ASHRAE is uniquely positioned to lead that conversation globally. And that global dialogue is mirrored by conversations across our industry. Engagement with industry partners reinforced a consistent message that the needs for stronger education in IEQ fundamentals expanded workforce development, and practical guidance for owners and operators going forward. These conversations have made one thing clear. No matter how well a building is designed, it cannot deliver healthy outcomes unless it's properly operated and maintained. There is urgent need for practical checklists, resources, and training to assist building owners and operators in upholding high levels of indoor environmental quality. In the coming months, our focus will be on identifying existing resources, best practices, as well as developing new tools and training materials to be shared on the ASHRAE IEQ resource page. And all of this sets the stage for what comes next. Looking ahead, I will be visiting several chapters in all of the 16 regions this spring, with a priority on those that have not been recently visited by a president. We also have several major engagements on the horizon, including the ASHRAE show in Mumbai, India, China Refrigeration Expo in Beijing, China, and the AIC conference in Kashi, India. And of course, the ARBS exposition in Melbourne, Australia. And of course, any of those opportunities to deepen collaboration with our partners that might come up along the way. ASHRAE is uniquely positioned to unite science, policy, and practice to accelerate IEQ solutions. We are answering the call for the industry-wide collaboration to make healthy, resilient, low-energy buildings the global standard around the world. And as we conclude today, I want to express my sincere gratitude to each ASHRAE member, partner, and volunteer around the world. Your dedication and passion to drive the future of our built environment is inspiring. And let us reaffirm our commitment. Healthy buildings are not just about better mechanical systems, they are about better lives. Every step we take towards a healthier indoor environments means that we are investing in our well-being of our communities, our colleagues, and the generations to come. And looking ahead, let's carry the spirit of collaboration and innovation with us. Together we are designing for life, creating buildings that don't just shelter us, but sustain us, inspire us, and help us thrive. Thank you for your ongoing support and leadership. The work we do today will echo far into the future. Thank you. So thank you for attending the President's Luncheon here, and I invite you to make your way over to the Convention Center and spend some time at the Expo. Make sure you stop in at the ASHRAE booth. That booth number is C2102. And tomorrow I will join organizational leaders for a panel discussion on the state of the HVAC in our industry. The panel discussion will be held at 10 a.m. in the south building of the Convention Center in room S222. And I look forward to seeing you all there. And before we wrap up, I just wanted to mention that there are a few of these ASHRAE temporary tattoos at your table. Please feel free to take it with you for a fun keepsake. If you don't get one, stop by the Expo booth at C2102. And again, thank you for joining us today, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.